Good morning, happy Friday, and welcome back to another episode of 10 a.m. Tea with Natalie. Did you know that when I was first thinking about doing 10 a.m. tea, I actually had a theme song? It's gonna go, good morning, let's start the morning, good day. But I never really did it till just now. I don't know, maybe it's terrible. We'll see if it sticks. So I'll just be sing-along Fridays with Natalie at 10 a.m. tea. Anyways, I'm really back today to talk to you guys about resistance training as we continue on our discussion about exercise, which is definitely going to continue to carry on next week because there's just so much freaking information. And once we get the basics in, then we can talk about all the awesome stuff like ways to increase muscle recovery and benefit your breathing and get you to the next level, all the more simple and easy. So, why do you need to do resistance training? Why is it not optional? Well, it increases muscle strength by making muscles work against force. So that's kind of our definition. So it's going to be things that are using your own body weight. It's going to be using resistance bands, potentially free weights, potentially, weightlifting equipment, whatever is around works. Okay. It doesn't have to look like anything specifically. You don't have to be in a gym in order to get good muscle tone. So, resistance training, it's important to remember that it's anaerobic activity. So this means that it makes the muscles larger and it uses a lot of energy. And it uses so much energy, in fact, that it actually depletes the oxygen in the tissues and then has to use anaerobic metabolism in order to continue to do that activity. So the burning sensation that you actually feel with resistance training is related to lactic acid. And that is part of the anaerobic metabolism piece. But once the exercise is over, that lactic acid burn should stop. The soreness after that aspect is not related to lactic acid, actually. That soreness is related to muscle tearing. So we'll kind of get into that in a second here. So why do you need to be doing this feeling the burn activity? Well, it's going to benefit your body structure. It benefits your bones, it benefits your ligaments, it benefits your tendons, it benefits your joints, okay? It's going to increase your balance and flexibility. When your muscles are well-toned, you have a little bit more flex and openness in the skeleton itself so that it makes it a lot easier just to be moving around and doing all these different things. It's going to increase your metabolism and stamina. And so in my mind's eye, as a slightly vain woman, making my metabolism be more balanced and even is very, very important to me. So you really want to increase resistance training because it prevents the scale from going up and down, especially when you have your cheat days and different things. Okay, so resistance training is what's going to make it so you only gain like 1 or 2 pounds when you pig out instead of like 5 pounds, which, is a lot easier to manage in my opinion. So you're increasing your metabolism, you're increasing your overall stamina. So this is really important too for my patients who have a lot of fatigue. If you're just not having enough energy to get through the day, let's think about what your muscle tone is like. Because that's kind of how your body is propelling itself through space, and it's really important to have good muscle tone in order to be able to have that energy there. It's also going to increase your posture, benefit your posture. Because the muscles are strong, you can kind of hold your bones in alignment well, and that's really important. And it also benefits your brain, your self-esteem, and sleep. So really, resistance training is mandatory for everyone. Why don't you want to have a strong skeleton? Why don't you want to have, good aligned posture? Why don't you want to be pain-free? No brainer, right? So how do you start a resistance training program? Well, you basically just add weights to exercises. You do a set of repetitions. So this could be 8 repetitions or 16 repetitions, and then you rest and you repeat, and you do that 2 or 3 times. So you're doing a set of repetitions. So the repetitions are how many times you're repeating it. The set is how many times you do that count of repetitions, okay? So one set of 16 reps or one set of 8 reps or whatever the case may be there for you. Then you rest and you repeat with that muscle group 2 or 3 times. And it's important to be increasing the challenge as the repetitions become easier. Otherwise, you're going to kind of plateau your benefits there. And it's important not to repeat the same muscle group within 48 hours. You're going to need to give that tissue time to heal and recover and rebuild before you challenge it again. So you really can't be doing, weightlifting for the same muscle groups day by day. That's why some people do upper body, then lower body on different days and stagger it that way. Or you can just do total body, resistance training where you're doing arms and legs and back and chest and all that stuff in a couple different days a week, and then spacing it out with cardio or walking or whatever the case may be in between. So there's something to be discussed again, which is this delayed onset muscle soreness. And this is the achiness and soreness that you feel a couple days after that activity. So it's important to keep that in the back of your mind, that if it's starting to get really, really strenuous, probably stop and give yourself a break. See how you do over the next couple days. If you're not having an increase in muscle soreness, then go ahead and increase the weight. Go ahead and increase those repetitions. But it's better to be safe than sorry. And you can always do more next week and build more next week versus trying to, cram it all in at once. So please be careful with yourself. And if you're having a lot of muscle soreness, you're going to want to wait to weight train again until that calms down. Okay, so until it's like mild to slight, you shouldn't be doing that exercise again. You really need to let those tissues heal. This is how we prevent injury, okay? And so you need to do resistance training because it benefits your body in all the different ways. It's benefiting your metabolism, your sleep, your overall structure, pain levels, your brain, your self-esteem, your joints. Like, no brainer. Definitely need to be doing it. And it's really easy to do. You just add weights to the activities that you're doing. It's important also to remember, though, that you're training all the muscle groups evenly. So the biceps and the triceps pull on each other at the elbow. So it's really important to make sure that you're not just training the triceps and not doing anything for the biceps, because that can actually cause joint instability. So you have to make sure you're training front, back, top, and bottom all evenly. If you're not sure, again, work with a trainer, take a class, maybe, get some videos. There's all kinds of video subscription options that are available now. We're definitely going to get into that next week. So kind of keep all that on the back of your mind and don't push it too far, because you don't want to rip things that need to stay whole. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. If you think somebody could benefit from this information, definitely tag them, share with them, comment if you have any questions. I'm happy to get back to you at any point in time. And then next week, Tuesday through Friday, we're going to get into some really good stuff about trends in exercise and different ways to maximize your efforts in that way. So I hope that you have an awesome weekend. Take care of yourself, have a glass of water, and tune back in again on Tuesday. Last, if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, make sure that you do. I send it out every Monday with a summary of last week's 10 a.m. teas, so you can get it all in one place right in your inbox where you have it all together. Easy peasy. So have an awesome day. Take care of yourself, and I will see you on Tuesday. Bye.